world, in Hollywood, for example?
Well, I think those are big Clinton supporters, and people have misunderstood that his intention was not to get Trump elected. It was to give true information so people could make educated decisions about the person they wanted to vote for. So people want to blame somebody, and so they blame him. Yes, I get a lot of flack for it too when I'm in Hollywood.
So the idea is, if you support Assange, you're somehow against Hillary Clinton?
In some cases.
Huh.
Yeah.
Now, you also know Vladimir Putin. Do you believe, remarkably, impressively, what do you make of the allegation that Assange and Putin were working together to expose Hillary's emails?
It's crazy. It's a crazy. Everyone likes to blame Russia when anything goes wrong in America. And I've spoken at the Kremlin many times, and the last time I was there, there was something happening, and the first thing they say to me, so what have we done wrong this time? It's kind of a common joke that America likes to blame them for everything. So, I was with Julian before the election, and he had no idea. He really did not think that Trump was going to win the election. But it turned out the way it did. Some people are happy.
So you're speaking at the Kremlin. You're hanging with Julian Assange, the Ecuadorian embassy in London. Did you ever ask yourself, how did I get here exactly? Is this the life path that you planned?
It's just, I'm an animal activist. I've been an activist for animals since I was young, and then I spoke about the environment. I spoke about a green economy in Vladivostok. They invited me to the Kremlin. They loved the way I was speaking, and I touched a lot of people, and so they really wanted me to continue my work in Russia, and that was just a coincidence. I'm on the Russian Council of IFA, which is the International Federation of Animal Welfare, and pardon me? Oh, and so it just is a coincidence that I know all these kind of crazy, wild, intelligent, interesting people.
So I know that you live in France now.
Yes.
But when you go back, I think you have a home in LA, Malibu. When you go back there and you say, I was just over at the Kremlin talking to Vladimir Putin, what kind of response do you get?
Well, a lot of people are really happy about it because he's made a lot of great improvements in my situation where I wanted him to stop importing seal products to Russia, and that pretty much stopped the seal hunt in Canada, and that was my goal initially. And then to talk about all sorts of environmental issues, animals in captivity, capturing dolphins and whales, and not selling them to China, and endangered species we talk about. So I'm there speaking with the Minister of the Environment and people like that. And of course there's a lot of crossover because I have a lot of causes I believe in, and I believe in just justice for all, and Assange is just an incredible person. If you read anything his mother says about him, that's a kind of an interesting source to go to. He's always been like this since a child. He's wanted to, he's been worried about doing the right thing, and I think he's very brave, and he's really in deep trouble, I think, for his health, and he's never been into sunlight. He's never been in the sunlight for 6 years. That's already harmful, and now he's been cut off. No internet, no phone calls, no visitors, and they're trying to squeeze him, I think, out of there, and one of his only choices pretty soon is probably to leave the embassy, and he'll be arrested and then deported to America, which I don't think is going to be favorable for him.
I don't even know what I think of any of this, but I think it's an amazing and fascinating story, and I'm grateful that you shared it on our show. No, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.